a small talk about, say, two very cheap Chinese multimeters, and then I mean analog ones. This is the one that I bought. I bought two of them, by the way. Are they good? Well, that is in a certain way a question. I have absolutely no complaints about how this meter works. It works nice. I have two of them. They were 17 euros each. So don't expect too much from such a meter. But they told it was drop shock proof. Is that true? I don't know. That's also, say, my first idea, though I have to say I handle these meters when I'm working on electronic circuits very rough. So it could be that they fall from my table. Sorry to say. It happened more than once, and that's why I bought them, and also because they were so cheap. So I think for the price this is a kind of good choice. Only issue is the very flimsy wires to the pins here. You can see them. So flimsy. Perhaps I can try to break it now with my hands. I will try to do that. If it doesn't succeed, well, there's also a lot of plastic, of course, in such a wire. But anyway, let me try. Yes, I can break it. One time, two times. So here we see the same issue. So that is an extremely low quality wire. So serious thing in my opinion, but I don't want to burn this meter completely down because it worked very nice during the months or the 2 months that I had them in use. And they only work, they work on only 2 batteries of 1.5 volts. That's also very okay. And say, do you need all these very complicated measures? And then I mean measuring devices. When you have as a hobby electronics, well, my opinion is no, you don't need it. When you know what you are doing and what you can expect from a certain simple, easy, cheap measurement device, there's no need to go and show a complete workbench, say, with tens of measuring devices. I only have a few ones here. I have 2 oscilloscopes, 2 frequency counters, and this is a phase meter that I bought. I never used it. To be honest, I have to study that. I don't know directly how that phase meter works. And of course you need a good voltage supply. Variable voltage supply that you can change here. Here, for instance, with this knob I can set the voltages between 0 and 35 volts approximately. 35 volts is a good value when you want to do more serious experiments. You need a power supply without any hum and with a very low noise that goes to approximately 60 volts. And when you go to the World Wide Web and everywhere, you'll always see that the maximum voltage, not always, but anyway, often see the maximum voltage is 35 volts or 30 volts. Well, that's okay. And the reason is that all, say, difficult problems for higher voltages variable power supplies with a low hum or no hum and a low noise. When we go higher than approximately 30 volts, everything gets very difficult. To make a good quality, super quality 60 volt power supply or 70 volt power supply that can give out, say, 1 ampere or 2 ampere, that's a serious thing. So say 60 volts here and 1 ampere, that means that the transformer must be able to give out 60 watt, and that's a lot. Anyway, that was more or less all. So I surely don't burn down this multimeter, analog multimeter. These wires are also very flimsy here, and that's no problem because they go to the batteries. So I mounted 2 new probes here with a wire that was, say, thick enough. You can see how I made it. Scraped the top a little bit open, then soldered 2 good quality wires to the probes, and then used here glue, not glue, but polyester, that's what I mean. So polyester here, polyester, and then used some paint to make this red and this black. So anyway, thanks for watching. I think it is, say, a good investment for hobby uses, not for, in my opinion at least, not for professional users, because the original wire that came with this multimeter was too flimsy. In a serious job, when using this meter, that's not okay. And I also always cover, say, such a meter here with a piece of transparent plastic. I've not done that here, by the way, this is the original one. With a piece of transparent plastic to, say, protect the scale. When you are working on the workbench with solder, etc., etc., could be that tiny pieces of solder damage here the plastic cover of the meter. Anyway, thanks for watching.